Hidden Truths About Earth. Introduction. The Invisible City. Hi there. Today I'm inviting you to look somewhere very close. Right to where you're right beneath your feet. Have you ever noticed just how crowded the soil you're standing on actually is? I'll tell you something you probably never even imagined. When you hold a single teaspoon of healthy soil in your palm, you are holding more living organisms than there are humans on Earth. Yes, exactly 8 billion living things. Bacteria, fungi, tiny creatures we can't even see with our naked eyes. While we're walking on top of the ground thinking, I wonder what I should eat today. They are operating a full-scale recycling factory down there to keep life on Earth going. Without them, there would be no fruit to eat and no oxygen to breathe. We look at the sky in wonder and search for life on Mars, but the real adventure is flowing right beneath our feet, minding its own business. Part 1. Zombie Ants and the Reality of Survival. Unfortunately, nature isn't as innocent as it looks from the outside. Sometimes everything can turn into a dark scene. You've probably heard of the zombie ant phenomenon in the rainforests. It happens when a type of fungus takes over the brain of a poor ant. It controls the ant like a puppet, forcing it to climb to the highest trees and the loftiest spots in the forest. Why? Because that's the perfect height for the fungus to release its spores into the wind and reach as far as possible. Once the ant reaches that spot, its mission is over and the fungus bursts out of its head. It sounds terrifying, but it's a flawless piece of biological engineering that has worked beautifully for millions of years. And what if I told you about the frogs that never die? A species of frog found in Alaska turns into a literal block of ice during the winter months. This frog's heart stops, it doesn't breathe, it's completely frozen. But when spring arrives, the sun warms it up and hop! It starts moving and jumping around as if it had never frozen at all. While ice turns into liquid water when we melt it, how can this frog thaw so perfectly? Scientists are researching the secret of these frogs to see if they can find a way to extend human life. Part 2. Geography that defies the laws of physics. Do plants just stand still? Of course not. Some palm trees actually walk to make better use of sunlight. When they end up in the shade, they grow new roots toward the sunny side and let their old roots in the back dry up. In other words, these trees walk very slowly throughout their entire lives. We could call this slow motion migration. Let me tell you something even stranger. The world beneath the water. In the deepest parts of the ocean, where even the sun cannot reach, there are rivers and waterfalls. Yes, other waters flowing inside the water. In fact, near Denmark, at the very bottom of the sea, a waterfall larger than the highest one on land flows downward. Unseen, cold and dense water sinks beneath warmer water, acting like a massive pump. Part 3. Life beyond time and space. Now, for the best part, time travelers. During an excavation, archaeologists discovered a date seed that was exactly 2,000 years old. They even confirmed it was from the time of the Roman Empire. The question, is it still alive, crossed their minds. They gave it a little water, and that seed sprouted after 2,000 years. Just imagine the tiny spark of life inside that seed, witnessed all the moments of a great empire and then waited, sleeping beneath the earth. Life isn't just underground. Life is everywhere. Scientists left moss on the outside of the International Space Station. When the moss was brought back to Earth, it came back to life as if it had never been exposed to radiation, freezing cold, or a vacuum. Life is much, much more stubborn than we imagine. From the giant crystal caves in Mexico to the Mariana Trench 11 kilometers beneath the ocean, there is almost not a single millimeter where life doesn't exist. Part 4. The splendor we cannot see. We all like clouds. They look light, beautiful, and fluffy, don't they? But a single large storm cloud contains millions of tons of water. This means a cloud you see above you is actually heavier than a whole mountain. It's just that clouds have the unique ability to stay suspended in the air. Or consider those 30-meter rogue waves that suddenly rise in the middle of the ocean when everything seems calm. They used to be thought of as sailor myths, but now we know that the ocean can occasionally turn into a giant on its own. Even Mount Everest doesn't stay still. It rises a few millimeters higher into the sky every single year. Do you see? The world isn't as quiet as we think. It is changing, growing, and moving every second. Conclusion. We are parts of a miracle. In conclusion, from those dark rivers flowing in the depths of the ocean to the Amazon forest that create their own rain, everything tells us one thing. We are only small travelers in this massive universe. But this soil we stand on, that sea we dive into, and that tree we breathe under are actually like a giant machine that never stops working. The next time you go outside and see a tree, remember this. That tree isn't just standing there. Maybe it's talking to its friends underground. Maybe it's warning them of danger, or maybe it's taking small steps to reach the sun. Nature will never stop surprising us as long as we try to see it. Thanks for watching. If these facts surprised you even a little bit, don't forget to like my video and subscribe to my channel. Hope to see you on the next mysterious journey. Goodbye for now.